say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Fields. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Julian Okwara. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback?
Under pressure, they got him again. Julian Okwara able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Swift's got the 1st down and then some. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Uses the stiff arm. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Swift. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26.
T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67 last year. They expect those numbers to continue to go up, and they will when he continues to make catches like that.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Fields. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on 2nd down, Fields. being chased out left.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Fields. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aleem McNeil in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
97 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he's taken down inside the 30.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal.
Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Seibert's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Khalif Raymond now. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even